Okay, so good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the second day of our conference and encounter in non-standard philosophy, Laruelle and the Kyoto School. Yesterday we had a great run, and just like now, people keep coming in. We usually plan an hour and a half. We went on for 2.5 hours. We had a lot of questions, which is great. A lot of questions we had no time to answer, and we promised to bring all those questions back tomorrow when we finish and we do a round table. So a lot of familiar faces, a lot of faces we see for the first time. I would like to greet you all and welcome you all on behalf of the Temple University Japan, myself, Rocco, Gangle, and Professor George Miller, as well as all the participants, including Francois Schmidt, our keynote speaker this evening. Without further ado, I would like to invite Professor George Miller, who is actually our Vice Dean of Academic Affairs, if I'm not mistaken. George, you correct me. And he's actually an excellent professor in journalism, very passionate journalist himself, very creative person, and a great friend of all philosophers here in Japan, and especially at TUJ. So I would like to ask Professor Miller to give us an opening address.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. My name is George Miller, and I'm actually the Associate Dean for Academic Affairs at the Japan campus. Jordanco gave me a better title, but thank you all for coming out. I just wanted to take a few minutes, just tell you a little bit about what we do at the Temple University Japan campus. Temple University has existed in Philadelphia since the 1880s. In the early 1980s, we established the campus here in Tokyo at a time when there were a lot of other Western institutions establishing branch campuses in Tokyo at the height of the economic boom in Japan. And many of the institutions that established here at that time have since moved on. We've stayed here. And I think that we provide an unusual service for students and for the country of Japan. And clearly, looking at you all and seeing your names and understanding where you all are coming from, serving a global population. Our students come from around the world. We serve about 40% students. 40% of our students are Japanese. About 40% of our students come from the United States. And then 20% of our students come from around the world. All of which brings together a very interesting mindset, different ideas, different backgrounds, different cultural understandings and experiences. And it creates a really vibrant international community. And so it's a pretty magical thing. To me, with us here in Tokyo, I feel like we have a responsibility to be a hub for intellectual ideas, for intellectual activity. And so when Jordan reached out to me and talked about doing this program, I said, absolutely, 100%. You know, philosophy and understanding knowledge and developing critical thinking and understanding the mind are unbelievably important things that we should be at the center of and helping to bring ideas to Japan, and then on a larger scale, sending those ideas to our students and to our faculty and our friends in the greater Temple Japan community so that they can take those ideas around the world. And I think this is a pretty great example of just that. Being a Western institution, being based out of Philadelphia and us being in campus with about 1,200, 1,300 students, it's a really interesting position for us. We're a Western institution with all of the ideas and values that come from the roots of our institution, but we're also in Japan, which means that we bring a lot of cultural sensitivity, a lot of understanding about this place, and we bring that to our institution. Our faculty come from around the world. And again, you know, it's bringing all those ideas into this place. And so it's really a wonderful place to learn about the way that people think with the Western mindset and the Eastern mindset meeting all together at once. And then with faculty who come from around the world, like Jordan, it creates a really vibrant experience for our faculty and for our staff and for our students. And so hopefully at some point, maybe we can all get together. I know by being online, it creates that opportunity to have all of you checking in from around the world. But it would be really wonderful to bring you all into our campus if you can make it to Tokyo, if you can get into Japan at some point when the world calms down. It would be really wonderful to bring you here, show you our campus, and let you experience the amazing climate that exists here. And so that's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to pop in and say hello. And say thank you all for coming out. Thank you for Jordan, and thank you to Rocco, Rocky for organizing. Thank you to François for being our keynote speaker, and thank you to Jeremy for being the interpreter for the event. And then thanks going out to all of you for participating and being a part of this. And I hope this is just the beginning, that we can continue doing this more and more, whether it be online on a global scale or in person. Hopefully someday in Tokyo, or maybe we can all go and meet François in Paris, which sounds like a better idea. But hopefully we can all get together, and it would be wonderful, and I would look forward to meeting you all. Thank you.
Thank you, George. I really cannot emphasize enough how important you were in making sure that this conference happens. If it wasn't for George's support, we wouldn't have been able to do this today. So I really, on behalf of everyone here, I would like to thank you again, and thank you for your time on a weekend in Tokyo at night, for your kind words and supportive words. Thank you very much.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.